많은 박수를 맞아주시기 바랍니다.
Okay, I would like to thank the organizers for the invitation, for the kind invitation. We're going to talk about research that I've been doing for the last, let's say, 15 years. It's a research that I keep putting information still, and I wish that more people will contribute in this topic. Before I start focusing on the, let's say, the topic, I would like to make a brief description of the most important periods of ancient Greek archery warfare, starting from the Middle Bronze Age. I will just mention the most bold and important elements of those periods, just for you to have an idea of what we are talking about and put the topic into the correct context. So here, for example, you see, according to archaeologist Arthur Evans, a possible composite bow from the Festos disk in Crete, Minoan civilization in the 18th century BC. Moving to the Middle Bronze Age, in the 16th century, we have this relief is from Egypt. It shows a Minoan on the left, giving tribute to the Egyptian court. He holds a goat horn, and in the same relief, you can see the Egyptian warriors making composite bows. In the late Bronze Age, we have evidence, for example, for bow makers called Tokosofoko in the Linear B script. And also have a unique discovery. It's according to archaeologist Todd Alexander Davis, we have a discovery of thumb ring in the citadel of Messene from 13th century BC. Moving fast to the geometrical period, which is called also the dark ages of ancient Greece, because we don't have enough information, but according to limited archaeological findings, we can say that archery was still present, both for hunting and for warfare. A Archaic period is a period where we know that the Greeks came in contact with the Scythians. So we have the first evidence of the use of mass evidence of the use of Scythian bow in the hands of warriors, gods, and also heroes as well. Classical period is the period where we have the most evidence, written evidence, pictorial evidence, so that we can build our arguments. I choose to present you some very characteristic examples of the archery warfare of that period. For example, here you can see that the use of hook-like shields in the left, in the right you can see smaller shield, both used by archers. In the left, there's a depiction of archery commander. We also have enough evidence for written evidence for the battle commands of the archers. So we do know that the archers were, according to different commands, were fighting within the phalanx, or in the flanks of the phalanx, in front or in the back. What is really interesting is that we see a lot of depictions of archers fighting in a mobile stance. The way of fighting seems to be very mobile. And it's also connected with the battle command that I presented to you previously. Of course, we have evidence of long-range shooting, a lot of examples of written evidence of shooting 300 meters, 400 meters, and more. Now, some examples of the most important bow types. Here you can see the so-called Libyan bow or Greek bow. It's different styles of naming the same bow. Of course, the Scythian bow, different depiction sword, asymmetrical, even some cases of long bows. So we have a lot of a big diversity, huge collection of different types. For example, here you can see, I don't know if you can see clearly, it shows the structure of the common Scythian bow, the layers of the horn. Now, as about the draw techniques, we collect our evidence from dozens, maybe hundreds of depictions of archers in vases in pottery, and in some cases from statues as well, and we have also some limited written evidence so that we can support some arguments. But in this spot, I would like to say that we are not completely 100% sure in each case about if this depiction shows really a draw technique. Some cases are clear, but some cases are there is a debate. What is obviously for us when we try to categorize the draw techniques is that the most common seems to be the pinch draw and its variations. When I say variations, I'm referring to we call it secondary draw or tertiary draw. For example, here you can see Hercules performing this pinch draw. The pinch draw is when you pinch the knock with your thumb and your forefinger and pull the string, pull the arrow back, usually to the chest. Here's another example, very briefly, for a Scythian archer performing probably some kind of pinch draw. This, of course, we're not sure, but it seems to be a subcategory of pinch draw. It seems to be what we call secondary draw, when you use also your middle finger. Now, as about another interesting category is the well-known thumb draw. As I mentioned previously, we have one and only artifact of thumb ring that was found in the 13th century BC, dated in the 13th century BC in the citadel of Messene. It's the only one found. But we have enough depictions in the pottery that we can support that it was a technique, a draw technique that was common. Here you can see a Scythian archer putting his wrist in a horizontal profile. Another Scythian archer, probably performing thumb draw. Here you can see Hercules, also the most probable is that he's doing a thumb draw technique. What is also interesting is a third category, which we call reverse draw. It's very unique, strange, and I would say it's the only culture that we see this clear draw technique. However, I have to say that the depictions of the archers that are using this so-called reverse draw are only Scythians. The potteries showing the some Scythian archers performing this strange kind of draw. It seems that the archer is pulling the string with his index and the middle finger, locked by the thumb, and here we have to say that, of course, there is a possibility that it is an artistic mistake, but there are so many examples that we believe that it's not an artistic mistake. Yeah, here is another one. Of course, we have the Mediterranean draw and its variations. Pull the string with 3 or 2 fingers. Here you can see some examples of Greek warrior in the left and Amazon to the right, performing probably some kind of Mediterranean draw. Now, an interesting draw is, we call it a fair draw, or if you read it in a different way, it's a fire draw. We call it a fair draw. It is a subcategory of the thumb draw. We call it a fair draw because it comes from the famous sculptures of the Temple of Aphea in the island of Aegina in Aegean Sea. Now these sculptures are in Munich, Germany. So the story behind these sculptures is that the Germans took it from Greece in the 19th century, and when they brought it to Germany, they brought it into pieces. So and after that, there was a German artist, preserver, who tried to assemble the pieces and tried to reconstruct the statues according to his beliefs of how they would be. So there was a big debate about if those statues that we see in Munich are the actual ones or they have reconstructed pieces. So after the 1960s, we do know exactly which pieces were reconstructed, and for sure we know that this hand is the hand of Prince Paris of Troy. This hand is original. So we are 100% sure that this depiction is real, correct. And you can see that the string can be pulled by the thumb and locked by the middle finger, and the forefinger is used to lock the knot. So we can say it's a subcategory of thumb technique. Here you can see another example, another view of the same statue. Also, there are some pottery evidence that support this draw technique. For example, here you can see in Amazon showing such kind of draw. You can see clearly that the thumb is pulling the string, and also the middle finger is locking, and the index finger is just holding the knot. So As mentioned before, the study is always welcome to be, footed with new evidence. We'll keep searching it, but what we can say with researching and putting those joint techniques in those 5 big categories is that the ancient Greeks had a very diverse archery culture, and we are mostly sure that their connection with the other cultures of the East Mediterranean Aegean basin, as long as the cultures of the steppes, they both interchanged, and they gave us this fruitful result on the ancient Greek culture warfare. Thank you.